Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. This week I'll be showing you how to create this glamorous 1920s makeup look. This week's video is extra special because I have my first guest, my friend Kristen. Like my 1950s makeup video, I did a lot of research before filming this, and I tried to make it as historically accurate as possible. And before I get started, if you like the video, please subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting every week to week and a half, and make sure to turn notifications on so you don't miss a video. Next time, I'll show you how to create the faux bob Kristen's wearing. And without further ado, let's get started. To begin, I'll be taking e.l.f. BB cream and applying it with a damp beauty sponge. Women in the 1920s loved a fair and flawless complexion, so if you really want to stay true to the time, wear a foundation shade that's lighter than usual. Next, I'll be using Almay's Clear Complexion Concealer to cover up any darkness under the eyes. And I'll just be using a combination of my finger as well as a damp beauty sponge to blend that out. Camouflaging makeup was developed during the later portion of the 1920s, and the first product available was called Cover Mark. But before that, women stuck to liquid face powders and powder creams. I'll be using Maybelline's Color Tattoo eyeshadow in the shade Taupe as a base for the eyeshadow look we'll be creating later. I'm just going to pat that on with my finger and apply a bit more to the outer thirds of the eyes. The more historically accurate thing to do would have been to smudge out some eyeliner, but this was much faster and more convenient. For eyeliner, I'll be using Urban Decay's 24/7 eye pencil in the shade Perversion. First, we're going to be lining the upper lash line, and don't worry if it looks perfect, we're going to smudge it out right afterwards. Once that's done, we're going to line the upper lash line, but this time we're not going to smudge it out. In the 1920s, liner application was more heavy for evening occasions. Since we're going for a more glamorous evening time look, I've decided to use the Naked Smoky palette. The first shade I'm going to use is Password, and I'm going to apply this all over the lids, focusing more so on the outer portion of the lids. A soft smoky eye was the popular look of the 1920s, and to do this, we're going to pack on the lighter shades first and apply the darker ones later. Next, I'm going to use Smolder and apply that to the outer corner and bring that into the crease. Aside from gray, black, and purple, green, turquoise, and brown were also very popular colors of the 1920s, so if you want to go for a brighter, more colorful look, maybe use a combination of those instead. Once that's done, I'm going to take a combination of Armor and Slanted and pat that on the center of the lids. Now, using the shade Combust, I'm going to soften out any harsh edges. Taking a damp finger, I'm going to apply the shade High to the inner thirds and corner. This is just going to brighten and open up the eyes. Women in the 20s liked a really open, doe-eyed look. I'm going to apply some shadow to the lower lash line now. I'll be applying Smolder to the outer half and High to the inner half. I'm then going to come in with the liner we used earlier and line Kristen's lower lash line as well as waterline. As a side note, I actually had Kristen line her own waterline because I was really concerned about poking her eye out. Once the lower lash line's done, we're going to line the upper lash line. We're going to make a line that's thinner toward the inside and thicker toward the outside. This is going to help us create a more rounded eye shape. For mascara, I'll be using Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir Mascara, and I'll be applying this to the upper and lower lashes. Using NYX's eyebrow pencil in the shade Medium Brown, I'll be filling in Kristen's brows. The look of the 20s was long, rounded, and thin. To set everything in place, I'll be using Kat Von D's translucent powder. Powder was pigmented in the 20s, but we didn't have any that matched Kristen's skin tone, so we used this instead. I'll be using the blush from Physicians Formula Super BB All-in-One Beauty Balm. And I'm just going to be applying this to the apples of the cheeks, as women of the 1920s liked a rounded face shape. For lips, I'll be using this matte red shade by Trestique. To get an authentic 1920s look, you want to emphasize the cupid's bow and de-emphasize the width of the lower lip. To do this, cut off and round the corners of the lower lip, and then use a brush to carve out the cupid's bow. And here's the completed look. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. We had a lot of fun making it. And if you want to learn how to create the matching hair, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn notifications on. I'll be posting every week to week and a half. Thanks and bye!